Chicago, this is Common. This election is too important for any of us to stay on the sidelines. That's why I'm announcing my endorsement of Brandon Johnson for mayor. We need a leader who loves our city and is truly for the people. All families from all backgrounds in all neighborhoods. He shows the heart and the vision to bring change that our city needs. And let's build a better, stronger, and safer Chicago. So join me in voting for Brandon Johnson for mayor.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. I won't be before you very long because clearly
everything was said.
Reverend Al Sharpton, he made it plain, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Now I just need him to leave that suit behind so I can wear that on election day. God bless you. Thank you all for being here today. I am so deeply humbled and very much honored to be a part of a long tradition.
Yes, sir.
Of those who came before us. I'm so glad we serve a God that is at the beginning and the end. As Reverend Al Sharpton said, I'm so glad that we serve a God that don't drop us off.
Yes, sir.
When I announced my candidacy in October, I was polling at 2.8%. But yet here I be.
To God be the glory.
Because we know what the ending is going to be. The city of Chicago is prepared and ready to be an example for the rest of the world. But we didn't just get here, y'all.
Come on, sir.
We've been fighting. And now we're in a moment where the weak can finally say that we are strong.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that a better, stronger, safer Chicago is possible. And that our hopes and dreams get to be as big as the city of Chicago. Now, of course, there are forces that are trying to separate us and divide us.
You better listen.
We know what wickedness looks like.
Yeah, we do.
And there are people that would rather use lies than the truth.
Come on now.
But we come from a faith tradition that truth is liberating. It's going to set us free, y'all.
Yeah.
We get to tell the truth about the conditions of our communities.
Yeah.
And whether they want to hear the truth or not. As our brother Gator Bradley would say, we're going to tell it, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to tell them. You better
They're
listen.
going to listen, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to listen.
And so the truth of the matter is that our communities have been disinvested in for too long. And that we have great people and leaders like Reverend Hatch, Reverend Ackley, and Cy Fields, and David Cherry, and these brothers have been on the front line telling the truth and building for this moment. And the truth of the matter is, when we have schools that are closed, and mental health centers are closed, when we can't afford to live in the very community in which we're raising our families in, when we do not have access to public transportation, and our movement, the civil rights movement, was on a bus. When we talk about good paying jobs, and the fact that we have unemployment in our communities that reflect the Great Depression era, we get to tell the truth. And so now the very people who caused the mess, they want to be back in charge of the mess that they created.
No, that's going backwards. No.
You don't get to run what you ran in the ground again.
Right.
And then take that destructive terror all over the country. And then when we finally kicked you out of Chicago State, you want to
You better listen.
No, not under our watch. And so as we tell the truth, that when we talk about policing in the city of Chicago, you can't forget Quantonio LaGreer.
You better listen. And
the only equipment on the scene were guns. And these families are dead. So when we talk about mental health services and treatment, not trauma, we're trying to save lives.
Yes, my name is Wallace Gailey Bradley, and I'm known as the urban translator and a political consultant. I'm also the host of the Bradley Report. There's going to be a lot of changes in city government come May the 1st. But it starts with you making the right decision to elect the right mayor. And what I mean by that, you need to ask both of the mayoral candidates, would they rehire former police officer who is now the president of the Fraternal Order of Police to the Chicago Police Department. And that's very important and very key, because if Paul Vallis become mayor, he definitely going to rehire that bad officer that retired so that he couldn't be fired because of his police misconduct, as well as his racist attitude and the fact that he's a Trump influence and a DeSantis lover, to become a part of the Chicago police. We in the city of Chicago see him as being a John Burge on steroids. The reason I'm saying this is because when I see so many activists that was mad and upset because of the killing of Laquan McDonald and the fact that the Fraternal Order of Police, especially the guy that's the president of Fraternal Order of Police, was in support of Van Dyke, the individual that murdered Laquan McDonald. And when I hear that Jamal Green, one of the greatest activists that was out there seeking justice because Laquan McDonald was killed, turn over the police when they tried to come at Kim Fox. And when you see that the both of them are now in league to help elect Paul Vallis, I'm telling everybody, please come out and vote and don't choke. Peace. This is Wallace Gailey Bradley from the Bradley Report.
Yeah, video was released last year by San Antonio police. In that statement, Paul Vallis's campaign defended his son's involvement in the deadly police-involved shooting. This is video released by San Antonio police after 3 officers shot and killed Kevin Donnell Johnson Jr. One of those officers was Gus Vallis, the son of Chicago mayoral candidate and former CEO of Chicago Public Schools, Paul Vallis. The story was first reported by The Tribe, a Black-owned digital publication. In the police body-worn camera video, the 28-year-old can be seen riding a bicycle and then running from police.
The officers identified themselves as police, pursued Johnson into the embankment.
Police said the officers had been searching for Johnson, who was on parole for assaulting a peace officer and wanted on several warrants. The officers can be seen chasing the man into a creek. Police then spot a gun before opening fire.
Officers spotted a gun in his right hand as he exited the shallow water.
Drop your hands! Drop it! Gun, gun, gun!
Johnson's family members told KSAT News he was shot 9 times. Gus Vallis, along with the other 2 officers, were placed on administrative duty during the investigation. Paul Vallis's campaign issued a statement saying, quote, "This matter was the subject of a complete investigation. Gus Vallis was found not to have engaged in any violation of policy or procedure and has since returned to full duty." Vallis has received several endorsements for mayor, including the Fraternal Order of Police. Dean Unruh.
Thank you, Shannon.
What do we know about the real Paul Vallis? The Paul Vallis who wrecked Chicago schools' finances, leaving us with billions in higher property taxes? The one who was just caught spreading racist and homophobic tweets? Or the Vallis who admits that he's really a Republican?
I'm more of a Republican than Democrat now.
Shady Paul Vallis. Wrong for Chicago. For mayor, the choice is clear. Brandon is better.
The president of the Chicago Fraternal Order of Police now urging members to vote early in the mayor's race. Here's WBBM's Mike Krauser.
11 days to save the city.
FOP President John Catanzara, in a video message, he said there has never been an opportunity like this for police officers. The decision, he said, is clear. He did not have kind words for Brandon Johnson.
He is a nightmare not only to this membership, but to the safety of every single person who lives in the city of Chicago. And I hope not only the police that see this video, but the average citizen wakes up and realizes the possible damage that could be done if they do not vote or they vote for Brandon Johnson.
Catanzara urged people to vote early. Mike Krauser, 105.9 WBBM.
Well, Chicago police investigating a hit and run in Fulton Market. It happened around 1 o'clock this morning on Washington Street. Investigators looking for a black Mercedes they say struck a 26-year-old man. He was taken to Stroger Hospital where he later died. No one is in custody.